Hello everyone and welcome. You guys know that I'm always testing new and different security cameras to be able to give you, my viewers, as many choices as possible. So today we'll be looking at this new 100% wireless pan and tilt security camera. This camera has all the features that you would want in a full feature security camera, plus it has pan and tilt and does not need to be plugged in for it to be powered up. That is because it gets its power from the sun. Another thing I like about this camera is that it has a solar panel that is separate from the camera body and can be mounted up to 9 feet away from the camera itself. This gives you greater flexibility when choosing where you can mount your camera. So let's unbox this puppy and see how it performs. But before we do that, if you enjoy watching honest tool and product reviews plus helpful DIY projects, be sure to hit that subscribe button so you get notified every time I produce another product review video or DIY video. Alright, so let's see what we have here. Here's a shot of the box for you. Let's open this guy up and see what it can do. Alright guys, so when you unbox this guy, this is everything that you get. Now this is the 100% wireless pan and tilt security camera from Dzees, available on Amazon, link in description below. At the time of making this video, this camera retails for $119.99. But they also have a $10 discount coupon on their Amazon page, making it even cheaper than that. And as always, if I happen to come across additional discount coupons, I'll be sure to put it in the description down below. So check that out first before you do anything so you can get even more savings. So what do you get when you unbox this guy? Well, you get the camera itself. You get the owner's manual that tells you everything about the camera, how to get it set up the app, the warranty, all that kind of good stuff. I suggest you read through that. Then you get the solar panel, because I ordered this with the solar panel, and I'll explain that in a moment. So you get the solar panel with a long 9-foot cable to it, so you can mount it just about anywhere. You get a USB cable to power up the camera separately, and you get a lot of mounting hardware to set up the camera and the solar panel, and I'll show you how to do all that in just a little bit. Now the dimensions on the camera are fairly compact. You're looking at 5 inches in width, 5 inches in depth, and 6.5 inches in height. The weight on the camera is only 1.4 pounds. The warranty on this unit is 2 years, but if you register it on their website, you get an additional year for free. So 3 years of warranty when you register this camera. Now this camera is great for using it both indoors and outdoors because it is IP66 waterproof. And like I said, this camera can be used in 3 different ways because you can select to buy this camera with the solar panel or without the solar panel if you want to get it a little cheaper. The solar panel gives you free energy from the sun, but the camera is a battery camera and it can be mounted in 3 different ways. One of them, like I said, collecting power from the sun, free energy that way. 2 is you can mount it with the power cord and have it powered up that way. 3 is you can mount it as a standalone battery camera because there are batteries inside this region right here. The solar panel does not have batteries in it, unlike other units that I've tested before. As you can see, the solar panel is a very small, thin little panel. It doesn't have anything to it, it just supplies the power. So the batteries are stored inside the camera itself. So you can charge this up and mount the camera as a standalone camera, and it works as a battery camera. All by itself, all you do is charge it up. When it runs down, power it up again and put it right back where you had it. Very convenient in that way if you have the need to do that. So 3 different ways to power it up, and you can save money if you don't want the solar panel. Now this camera gives you a lot of visibility and a lot of flexibility, covering a very large area where you would otherwise need many different cameras, because it pans 355 degrees horizontally and it tilts 90 degrees vertically. So that gives you a very large area where you can see a lot of stuff that's going on. It also has a 4 times digital zoom, so you can see things that are far away from you very conveniently. Now this camera has a lot of flexibility and a lot of adaptability that you can set things up the way it's convenient for you. It has 5 preset zones because since the camera can see such a large area, instead of having to drag from one point to another point, tilting up and down every time you want to see something, if you have specific zones that you want to see and keep an eye on throughout the day, all you have to do is set up the camera, select that as one zone, move it to another place, set that as another zone, and then when you want to see these different zones, all you do is click zone 1, zone 2, and the camera goes straight from one to the other all by itself without you even having to do any adjusting or maneuvering. So that's very convenient right there if you have very large areas that you want to cover instead of having to physically make the camera go where you want it to go. Set it up and it does it all for you. Another thing it has is very customizable activity zones. So you don't get false alerts, you can select exactly what areas give you alerts and what areas do not. For example, let's say you're looking over a yard and you have a dog run in one area of the yard, and your dogs are always running around, always moving around, always setting off the camera. Well, you don't need to see that if you don't want to. You can set that to ignore that area and only watch the area outside the dog run. And that way you only get alerts on the part you want and ignore the part you don't want. So that's very customizable right there. This camera also has 130 degrees PIR detection to distinguish between human and animal, so that way you get even less false alerts. This camera has excellent color night vision if enough light is available. So you have color during the day, color at night if the slightest amount of light is available. But if no light is available, if it's totally pitch black, not even moonlight is out, then it goes to infrared and you get black and white night vision, because it does have infrared LEDs around the lens, so it can light up the night and you can see even when there's no light out there at all. This camera also has a built-in siren and spotlight to scare away intruders, and we'll look at that in just a little bit. This camera also has two-way talk, so you can talk to whoever's on the other side of the camera without physically having to go out there. Very convenient if there's an intruder, someone delivering a package, whatever the case may be, very convenient so you can talk to whoever's outside there. The storage on this camera, you can do it a couple different ways. You can either pay for cloud storage and they'll take care of that for you through a service, or if you don't want to pay, you can use your own SD card, and it supports an SD card up to 128 gigabytes. And it has a little door right here at the bottom. You put the SD card in there, and you just record everything you want for free. And 128 gigabytes is quite a large amount of storage, and some people will ask what happens when it reaches the full capacity of the SD card. Well, there's nothing to worry about there, because what it does is it rolls over the oldest footage that it recorded. So if it's old and not important anymore, it just records right over that, and it keeps on going. So you never run out of storage. This camera also gives you bank-grade encryption, so you can have secure information stored on the camera or on the cloud, and there's no need to worry about anybody hacking in and getting your information. So this camera is great for watching over large areas with the pan and tilt feature, because you don't need multiple cameras to cover the same area. It's also great for places that have no power or unreliable power, because it can run fully on solar power or battery storage. So whether you're watching over your kids, your cars, your animals, livestock, entryway, parking area, or whatever your needs may be, this camera should cover it without any trouble whatsoever. So let's get this camera hooked up, let's look at the app and see how this guy performs. Alright guys, let's talk a little bit about the solar panel and about getting this guy hooked up so we can move forward from there. I forgot to mention previously that the size of the solar panel is 7 inches by 7 inches, and it only weighs a few ounces, so it's very compact and lightweight, easy to mount it pretty much anywhere you want. As you see, the panel is very thin and lightweight, easy to put it just about anywhere you want. And it has an interesting texture to it. Most solar panels that I've seen are glossy. This one is actually kind of a bumpy look to it, a bumpy texture on it. And it says that it's better at collecting the sun because of this texture. So we'll find out if it really works out. And the cord, like I said, is about 9 feet long, and I'll give you a visual representation of how far that is in a little while once I mount it outside. Now, as far as getting the camera hooked up, I already got this hooked up on my network. It's extremely easy to do. All you're going to do is go into the manual, and it has color pictures walking you through every step of the way, everything you need to do on here. The only thing you're going to do is there's a QR code in the manual. You're going to scan that, and it works with either Android or Apple, so either way, you're covered. Scan that, download it onto your phone, get it set up. You're going to need username, password, your Wi-Fi password, that kind of good stuff. Simple, easy peasy. Once you're all set up, then it'll have a QR code that shows up on the screen of your phone. Tap on that QR code, get it ready to go, and then point it towards the camera. It'll say Wi-Fi accepted, everything's ready, it'll get set up. Just a couple of seconds, it'll be up and running. total runtime, everything, getting everything from beginning to end shouldn't take you more than a couple of minutes to do. So it's super easy to do. Any questions, it's all covered on here step by step. So I'm not going to go into a lot of detail because it's super well explained in the manual. All right, so let's get this guy hooked up, and I'm going to show you both ways of mounting it, either tabletop or wall mounted outside. I'll show you both ways to do it. And this does have a nice little rubbery surface on here on the top part, so you can mount it on a table and not scratch up anything, and it won't fall over. So let me show you exactly how all that works. Alright guys, so here we are looking at the camera as a tabletop version. If you want to mount it indoors as a little tabletop model, you can do it just like this. Like I said, it has a little padded section on the bottom so it won't move, won't fall, won't go anywhere. And then if you want to use it with the app, all you do is tell it where to go, move it around, have it go up, down, sideways, whatever it is that you want it to do. It'll do it for you without any trouble at all. So it's very convenient, very easy to maneuver it, no trouble at all. There you go. It does exactly what I tell it to do. So now let me take a look at getting this set up. Let's have it set up and show you what the spotlight looks like. And there you have the spotlight on it. And again, you can still rotate it, tell it where to go, and light up whatever it is that you're looking at. So it's very cool, very convenient. And there you see I'm rotating it around. There you go. Now let's see, let's turn off the light. And let's see, let's hear what the siren sounds like. So that gives you an idea of what the alarm sounds like and what the spotlight looks like. Now let's see through the camera itself what it looks like. Alright guys, here we are inside my garage, and I'm showing you the camera as a tabletop version. And all you have to do is go into the settings and rotate the image, and that way you see it right side up. And I'm showing you basically the different lighting modes in here. That's why I have this set up. And right now we have all the lights turned on, so you see full color vision. And in a moment, I'm going to turn off the lights, and I'm going to leave the door slightly open so a little bit of light gets in, as you can see. And it still shows you color vision, even though it's getting dark. But when I close the door completely, you're going to see that when there's no light in here whatsoever, it'll transition over to infrared. It'll be black and white, but it'll still be infrared night vision, so you can see everything. And there you have it. So you went from full color to partial color to infrared when there's absolutely no lighting around. So even in total darkness, you can still see what's happening. So there you have it. Alright guys, and here is a shot of the camera mounted outside on the wall so you can see what it looks like when it's mounted on the exterior. And on the back you can see the cable going out to the solar panel, and I'll show you exactly how far 9 feet really is. You can see how far you can put the solar panel away from the light, making it very convenient to mount it just about anywhere. And this shed is 13 feet long, so that gives you an idea how far that cable really goes. So there you have it. Alright, so here we are during the daytime looking outside at my backyard, and you can see what the backyard looks like in the daylight. And it looks very nice, very crystal clear. It is the mid-afternoon right now. You have a nice sunny day, and let's see, we can turn on the controls, and I'll show you right here how easy it is to move the camera around. It is very fluid. It's not jittery. It is not jerky. All you do is touch the button, and it turns in whatever direction you want. You can go up, you can go down, you can go anywhere you want, and it also zooms in very nicely. As you can see, you can either tap on the screen to zoom in, or you can pinch and expand like you do on a normal cell phone when you're doing on any application. Do it with your fingers in and out. That way you can pick a certain spot, move it around, and see whatever it is that you want to look at. So it's very clear and very sharp. During the daytime, you can see anything that's going on outside, and it gives you a really nice HD image right there. So let's come back at night and see how that looks. Alright guys, so here we are looking at my backyard, and it's about 9 o'clock at night, so that means it is totally pitch black out there. There is no light anywhere. My backyard gets rather dark at night, so that's why the camera has to switch over to infrared mode. But this gives you an idea of what infrared looks like and how clear and crisp it is with this camera. It's actually very sharp and very clear. It's almost like daylight. It's like watching a daylight black and white movie. It is very crystal clear and easy to distinguish anything everything that's happening back there. So if you want to see what it looks like when you turn the lights on and you get color night vision, I'm going to turn on the lights right now, and that'll give you some idea of what it looks like. And it's very easy in the control panel. You just click on the lights and on they come, and these are the LEDs from the little camera itself, and you see that it basically lights up the entire backyard. It gives you a lot of good lighting just from the little LEDs that we saw previously in the garage when I lit them up for you. So there you go, nighttime color vision. If you want to see anything outside, you hear a noise, you think something's going on, you turn on the lights and you have crystal clear color vision where you can see everything that's going on outside. So this looks really, really good from this little camera. Alright guys, there you have it, a review and demonstration of the latest pan and tilt security camera from Dzees. I think this is a really cool camera with a lot of cool features. It has flexibility as to how you power it up, allowing you to mount it just about anywhere. It has pan and tilt features, and it has color night vision. Aside from that, it has a lot of customization with the activity zones and the viewing zones. All that for a very affordable price. Check out their Amazon page for complete details. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye-bye for now.